Hello, welcome back to another episode where I try to, as much as possible, detail everything I can in the process of creating and releasing my own apps. So today I just wanted to share that I something new that I've learned um, that can really help you get better code out of Claude if you're using it in your terminal. So if you're not yet aware of this Hacking with Swift website, um, I assume if you're learning Swift or if you've worked with Swift, you would have like come across his site, Paul Hudson's site, because it's really popular resource. And then somewhat recently, I've learned that he wrote an article that says that essentially details what you need to tell your coding agent, your AI agent, what instructions to follow. All right. It's there's this article that I'll link in the description box below, and it's got a ton of instructions like common mistakes that he's seen. Um, I think it really helps whoever wants to write Swift code with any AI agent. And so I took it, and then I kind of also passed it into like ask Claude, how can I make it better? How can I tailor it to fit my own project? And few things. So it's, I think it's just convention that like it's just a bit of a convention. So instead of naming agents.md, can name it Claude.md if you're using Claude. Um and so I did that, and then I just asked, hey, where should I put it? Things like that, right? And then in the end, I've decided that I'm gonna put it in the parent folder, just like in how this shows, where because I wanted my Claude.md instructions to to be shared across the front end and back end code. So, because a lot of at this point in time, a lot of the fixes that I'm doing, it's spread across front end and back end. It just feels like it's much easier. And so I had a short conversation with um Claude. How do I do this? How do I do that? And yeah, like as Paul Hudson predicted in his article, AI keeps insisting that iOS 26 doesn't exist, which is wrong. It definitely does exist. So yeah, I talked to it and it gave me a new version that's taken from this one that um Paul Hudson, his GitHub name is Two Straws, has very kindly listed out for all of us. Yeah, so I just took it, uh, chatted with Claude how I can tailor it for my project, and then essentially kind of just like plugged it into my own project. And I think based on my experiences so far, it seems to work pretty good, and so I'm pretty happy with it. Um, yep, I guess that's the bulk of what I wanted to say. Uh, there are two other minor points that, oh, maybe before that, I might just show what I have. So this is my Claude MD file, just bunch of instructions in here. Yeah, I'm sure you'll have, because I use Zoom-based, so like yeah, I tailored it for my own purposes. I'm sure you can start with this starter template and then like adjust it according to your own needs. And then two other minor, much more minor but interesting findings that I found was that plural. Sorry. One, you can if you're typing a really long prompt into Claude on terminal, you can actually do Control G to open up. If you have VS Code, open it up on like a text file, new file on VS Code, and then you just type whatever you want in there. It allows you to format or whatever, and then once you save and then close it, it'll automatically be show up in the chat, the chat that in the terminal where you're interfacing with Claude. Yeah. So maybe I can show it. How can I show it? Maybe I have to go in again, right? So I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna try typing something random, and then I Control G. If you look at this, it says save and close editor to continue. So I'm just gonna blah 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 blah, and then blah 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 blah. Okay, and then I save. If I close it, immediately it shows up here. So I thought that's pretty cool. Lastly, I was like, oh, you know how usually in the web UI, sometimes I have to upload pictures, like screenshots, so Claude can have a better visual understanding. Apparently, some people online, like they've said that you can just create a slash screenshots folder in this directory that Claude has access to and put your pictures there. So yeah, that's mostly it for today's video. Bye bye. I'll share more about what I used it to fix maybe in the next video. But yeah, that's today's video. Thanks for watching.